Hello, and welcome back to Actual Play. Thanks for joining us. We're going to play some more Agon tonight. We're going to find out what happens to our heroes who have been hanging out in Gross for some time now. And we'll all say who we are and things like that. How about you, Nadja? What's up with you?
Hello, everyone. I am Nadja Tigre, aka Trista Ray. Pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Clever-Eyed Hagne, daughter of Hades, follower of Artemis, and Harpy's Bane.
I like this title. This title kicks ass.
I don't know if there might be mechanics, there might not be, but it's my truth.
I mean,
I'm living it.
Harpy's Bane. It's got to be a great deed.
It's pretty good.
Just shocking everybody. I made that up right now. John, what about you?
I'm John Harper. They pronouns. I'm playing Adrastos, who's been swift-footed Adrastos this whole time. We kept threatening to change it. Well-oiled Adrastos, I think, was popular.
Thirsty Adrastos.
Thirsty,
quickly undressed Adrastos.
Thirsty ass Adrastos. I like just repeating it too. Actually, thirsty Adrastos. That's also pretty good. Yeah, I'm the comic relief character probably in the group. And although I'm also down for messing up some harpies, so maybe we'll get to that this evening. Hopefully, we'll see. Karen.
Hello, I'm Karen 12s. At K12s on the Twitters. I am playing War Leader Marika, Defender of Cryos, which is actually a thing on the sheet. It's actually there.
That's like a legit thing.
It's like a legit thing. Yeah,
true.
And that's what I'm up to.
Cool.
And I use she/her pronouns.
Awesome. And I'm Sean Nittner. I use he/him pronouns. You can find me anywhere at Sean Nittner. I will be playing. I am the GM in this game, but shortly, because we keep changing this game, shortly that role will be the Strife player. And as a Strife player, it's my goal to make this island full of fantastic hazards and see what the heroes do about it. And I am looking forward to finding out what the heroes do. Last we left off, the Pillar of Storms fell from the Wind Thief, the Thessakira's ship, and sunk into the sea. And because Adrastos, using the magic that his mother Circe taught him, to send up a huge current of wind, it wrecked the Wind Thief. The boat is now kind of cracked in half and sinking, and the heroes made an uneasy truce with Thessakira. Essentially said, "Go away, stop it, go pirate somewhere else," and she agreed. And this was as harpies had been descending on them as well. So now we have the scene of that your crew is on your ship, not far. They could certainly get to you, but you're on this sinking ship with Thessakira, and the harpies are above. We'd been playing this game for a while, so I thought, well, we could opt to go to the next island, but it seems to me like there's still a lot unsaid, and I also have a feeling that y'all want to kill some harpies. So
I don't know what gave you that idea.
Yeah. So I wanted to make an offer to all of you and see what you thought. I think because you didn't slay Thessakira, but instead convinced her to leave, I think that she is in your debt. And so my suggestion is that you each take an oath with her. But since Adrastos was the one to try and convince her to stop fighting, that she also gets an oath from him. So you essentially you get the better end of it the deal, but she still has some hooks into Adrastos. And then you can on Thessakyra to aid you, especially if you're, say, fighting some harpies right now. Does that sound good to all of you?
I mean, it's net benefit for me, so I'm good.
Oh yeah. You get 3 oaths, she gets 1. But
works.
cool.
It totally,
awesome.
Works for me.
And John, you're good with that? Awesome.
Oh yeah. I'll give her an oath. She can call on me anytime. I mean, for an oath, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
for an oath.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying. Although
right.
I think for our own honor, I think we all can maybe agree that we're not gonna call on her right now against the harpies, because we were just like, get out of here. And I think it would be pretty bad if we were like, can you like help?
Well, I mean, that's fair, but it's also, she doesn't have a ship to leave on, and the harpies are like here right now.
That is true. She hasn't actually like left.
So if you were like calling her back from wherever, then yeah, that may be poor form. But I don't think there's any reluctance on her. I mean, I think at this point you're all sort of staring at each other. You've been fighting. You've been, there's been all this violence, and now you're like catching your breath, and you finally made a truce, and you look up, and they're the harpies harrying your crew and coming for you. So
we're doing that thing where we just said bye, but we're actually leaving in the same direction.
Yeah.
It's super awkward now.
The worst thing ever. We all just like sink down to the bottom of the ocean in shame.
Yeah. Right. I guess we're just gonna stay on this sinking boat till we all drown.
Cool. Yeah. So the pillar is not doing anything at the moment. Its power stopped when it went underwater, right?
Yeah. It seemed that Thessakyra's control over it was lost the moment it went off of her ship. She had domain over the Wind Thief and all aboard. And when it was there, she could control it. Now that it's gone, now that it's off the ship, she no longer has control of it. So what to do with the Pillar of Storms is a very good question. At the moment, Zeus is thrilled. Zeus is like, sweet, awesome. Let's leave it down there. But I don't think that's settled. I don't think you're just leaving it like that.
I mean, there were a variety of plans from the beginning. Mm-hmm. One of them was keeping it for ourselves, which I think everyone was pretty on board with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now that it's at the bottom of the sea, that makes things a little trickier, but
I mean, you could swim, right?
Yeah.
As a reminder, the Wind Thief was a great Greek sailing vessel. It has the sort of aft and fore, lots and lots of rigging, several masts. Right now, because the ship split in half. Yep. The two masts, the fore and the aft masts, have like smacked into each other, and the sails are all smashed against one another. And there's some cover above, as well as a bunch of sort of ropes in the way. And one of the harpies that was grievously injured by Adrastos's spear seems to be sort of hovering still in the air, while the other two are harrying the sailors on your ship, and grabbing them and pulling them off and chucking them in the water, and generally tormenting them. And you see, they're fighting, but they are not heroes of legends like yourself. And while they are accomplished and combine their efforts, that at most they can hold them back. They can't.
They're gonna get real torn apart by harpies, like real quick, right?
Real quick, exactly. Several of them are already in the drink. And Thessakyra was looking around like, well, there goes this ship. What do you do? What do you want to do?
Plans. The Pillar of Storms is at the bottom of the ocean. Having it would really help us fight harpies. Getting it would also put us underwater. And if we could
Harpies can't swim.
Right. So we convince them to come after us, fight them underwater, while also getting the pillar. And then we get the pillar and there's like this huge like anime climax and we wreck everyone.
Yeah, done. It's perfect. I like that plan. We're gonna do that plan.
Easy.
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
all on board.
I'm totally happy of this, like this just being amongst the players, but I can imagine that, I don't know, Naji, are you saying that in the voice of Hogne? Because I can completely get behind that idea.
Minus the anime climax, yes.
Yeah, right.
I believe that's what Hogne says.
Cool, awesome. So to me, to incense the harpies to chase you, to aggrieve them to the point that they'll go into a to anger them to the point that they will follow you rather than continue to pick off the prey. That's going to be a resolve and spirit contest. See if you can incense them to the point where they're willing to go into it, where they clearly are not. They're clearly not their comfort domain.
They probably got like the Kingfisher dive kind of a thing where they can like dunk in.
Oh yeah,
they're probably not the best swimmers, I would guess.
Right. And in fact, as you go down, that's exactly what they will try to do. Is they'll try to keep the I think they'll try to keep the you towards the surface. They can certainly dive into the water a shallow depth. Right. Yeah. So let's see how sort of like obstinate they are, how set on, because they know that if they just destroy your ship and kill all your sailors, you'll just stay here and drown, and they're happy with that plan. They screech to that effect. Definitely, that's what you think the screech is. Sounds like the screeches are saying.
Okay.
You can see the malice in their eyes as they. Yeah. So I'm gonna roll. Just figure out how to do this. The strife is currently D8. So I'm going to roll their oppositions, the target that you'll have to hit to convince them to follow you. One. Their strengths are daring and precision, and I don't think either of these, if they had cunning, I would bring it in, but I don't. But they do not. So
yeah, you're framing this as like we're angering them to the point where they're gonna come after us.
Yeah. I think if you sort of shout, if you get their attention but leave without first incensing them to follow you, then they'll continue picking away at your crew. You can get their attention easily, but to get them to actually follow you underwater,
otherwise we have to go over and like wrestle them underwater and stuff. We're yelling at them, and so we're
right. Yes, I'm sorry. That's a good point. I should confirm. You're right. Your goal is to get them to follow you.
Yes, exactly.
To dive down. Cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Let's see if that'll work. All right. I got a 5.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. So 5 glory for the hero that can convince the harpies to swim underwater with you. Who wants to? I mean, Hogne, you're up for this. This is your plan.
Yeah. So,
what are you gonna do?
Hogne kind of like her hair's like sodden, and she flings it back over her head, and she tilts her face up to shout at them, and she says, how like you to be so cowardly, to pick on the weak when one of your sisters lies bound in stone at the bottom of the ocean and stands to be captured by us, to be used by us to slay you. But we all make our choices.
Nice. Bringing up the sister.
Oh, I totally forgot there was a harpy in the frozen in the pillar. I forgot all about that.
Mhm.
I remember
Yeah,
everything
yes.
about harpies because I hate them.
Nice. Nice.
Yes. Right. Right. I think at this point you all realize, that the 3 harpies, there were 4 until one of them was turned to stone and made into this pillar. Thus their hatred for anyone who uses it.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like so. I mean, when you mention their sister, there's another shriek, there's a cry, there's a look of hatred. Let's see if that's enough.
I have a deed called Ender of Storms.
Yes.
For life of me, I don't remember exactly what that was about. I think it's because I was the one to fling the thing into the ocean.
Yeah.
I
think
think
so.
that's what it was.
Yep.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it's because there was a big storm that Tezuka was causing to evade you, and you're like, nope. It was all it was lashed to the boat, and I think you shot some arrows and cut all the ropes.
Yeah, thank you. I was like, I have some dope shit written down here, but I don't
And then when it right, so the character sheet that you have is probably old enough that it doesn't have it. So when you use it, just make a little box next to it and check it, and then that will have been. You'll be able to use that advantage that one time.
Got it.
But yes, I think it's super germane. I think this is a D10. It's the only way that it would be stronger is if they could see the pillar itself. If like the pillar was like physically there in front of them, and they could if they thought that like it was in their grasp, that was the only way that would be a stronger die. So
nice.
let's go with the.
So it's all right. Name D6, resolve and spirited D6, Ender of Storms at D10. I don't feel like I'm using ferocity, cunning, or precision with what I said.
Mm-hmm. You want to call on an oath with Marika to use her authority?
Yeah, I have to. I'll use one of those. That's a D8, D6, D8.
It's at least D8. Karen, what's Marika's authority?
It is a D8, yeah.
Cool.
Sweet. Okay,
awesome.
D10
So
plus D8.
Karen, how does Marika aid Hagne?
Oh. I think it's more like because this is Hogne's plan of like, let's lure them into the water. Yeah. I think as Hogne says it, she maybe looks at Marika like, and Marika's like, no, yeah, that's a solid plan. Yeah, let's do it. And just is like supporting, like, yeah, let's. This is definitely a great idea.
Yeah, cool. So there's some degree to which the harpies like recognize that, like, yes, this has been bestowed with Zeus's authority.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okey-dokey.
All right, you're winning.
A tie is a win for the hero.
A tie is a win for the hero.
So far, so good.
I should have asked that beforehand. So pretend like we don't know the answer to not just roll. Who wants to?
Oh, I'm definitely in. Yeah.
Karen.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Excellent. I mean, there's 5 people written in line here. All right. So
5's pretty good.
Yeah. It's not 21, but
I mean, I can't do that every day, Sean. Come on.
Who knows? Who knows? The night is young.
Mine's really easy. I've got my name and resolve and spirit. I'm gonna throw in my cunning, because I'm going to like play the Hogne's got like mean cop, tough cop. I'm doing like helpless cop. It's not usually what the cops that you do, but
sure.
I'm moving under the sail, under the sail, under the injured harpy, and like entangled in the ropes kind of, and like struggling in the water, like I'm trying to, like Hogne's like giving him the business, like and I'm trying to test their resolve against like a victim that they can get, so I'm like
Yeah.
acting like I'm drowning and going under, like, oh, I'm an easy target, so I'm using my cunning for that.
Nice.
And I gotta put in K1 and only a 3.
Yeah.
Not good. That's a terrible roll.
That's a terrible roll. Assuming you're going to keep it like that, the injured one, the one that you injured, Adjustos, comes diving at you, and we see Adjustos go under for a moment, and sort of come back out.
My plan worked. That
right, exactly. And you have to like dive under just to avoid her claws.
Nice.
Yeah, she seems to remember that you put a spear in her shoulder.
Yeah.
So you take 1 pathos for failing the roll, as we see.
That takes me to agony,
sputtering, and all right. So
and that gives me a fate, which gives me an advance.
Nice.
Nice.
What
are you gonna do? I think
I'm gonna think about it. So
you're gonna think about it.
Yeah.
I think the sheet on Roll20 is not current, because right now it shows you a D8 pathos, not D10.
Oh yeah, maybe I didn't update it. Yeah.
Are we still using those?
No, we just have John's sheet on display.
It was like a sample sheet that I put up there. I'll fix this one. So
yeah, just so that folks who are watching can see us.
Right, the chat.
Oh yes, speaking of chat, I had the window hidden for a little bit. Hi all, hey DC, hey Domes, hey Matt. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, cool. Marika, let's see whether or not you are the one to glory here.
I have so many. I have so many things tagged, and I'm already at agony. Everything sucks.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure what I can do. What was the domain of this challenge?
It's resolve in spirit.
Okay, cool.
And one thing that you can do is, if you have a bunch of things tagged and you know that rolling them is going to cause you to suffer fate, you can just take 1 fate now and clear all your hubris. You can mark and so it's so if you're going to be taking hubris just for rolling anyway, you might as well. Or are you going to be taking fate?
I wouldn't be using any for my cunning.
Okay.
And honestly, this does seem like a really foolish plan that one would need to be rather clever about.
Yeah.
So I think Marg is going to try to fake out one of the harpies. And because are we in the water?
Depends on what part of the ship you're standing on.
Yeah.
Like when you kind of came up from the water, when you came up, because you're all underwater, you got shot up onto the ship.
Right.
And I sort of envisioned that you had Thessakyra sort of surrounded towards the center of the ship, and she was at least like knee deep in the water, and you were all at least like ankle, you were close to it. But you can run up to the top of the ship. The ship isn't sinking very quickly. It's it takes a long time for the water to kind of fill all the holes and go down. So yeah, you're probably in some amount of water, unless you're specifically climbing up the rigging.
I think Mark is going to pretend as if she's having some difficulty in the water.
Okay.
So to perhaps look like an easy target, and then lure one of the harpies in so she can get a good swing at it.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Taking a cue from old Adrastos.
No, it's cool. I set a good example.
All right. I can't even remember what I'm supposed to
Oh,
type
no
to
worries.
roll.
Yeah,
Is
you're
it
gonna type
/R
/R space
and then the brackety thing?
and then the left
Yeah.
curly bracket
Mm-hmm.
and your name. 1d6 for your name plus 1d whatever your resolve in spirit is plus
Mhm.
1d8 for your cunning, and then end bracket and K1.
Oops, wrong bracket.
Oh yes, and everybody, Mark. Oh, there it goes.
Oh,
That's always
Starting it off.
typical Mark.
You realize that I have like the least glorious from all you guys.
I know, but there's something about how
Not
you just
about the
start a lot
truth,
of.
it's about the meme.
Right, it's been established. Awesome. So, you don't just get them like a little bit in the water. Like we cut. How do you get them to the point where you're now all underwater? Like what's it look like when Marika dives down? And
I think Marika is kind of like not totally in the water yet. She's on the boat. But kind of looks distracted and tries to lure one of the harpies in, and then she just grapples it and falls into the water with it.
nice. So we see just this furious like splashing of water, and then as the kind of camera cuts down underwater, there's both of you, and everyone else follows. So,
Yeah.
Marika, you get 5 glory, and
Sweet.
you also have to mark one of the traits you rolled with hubris.
God damn.
And Hogne gets 1 glory, does not mark hubris, and we already handled Adrastos.
I get nothing except in advance.
You get nothing except in
Yeah.
advance,
which
Not-
I'm
not
putting
bad.
in. I put it in mystery. Last session, I like called out to the magic inside the pillar using magic
Yeah.
words that my mom taught me. And as I go under and the harpy's clawing at me and my blood's spilling in the water again, I have this like reaction again, and like my eyes roll back in my head, and like the pillar glows or thrums under the water or something in response, kind of, because I like blood magicked it last time. So I'm giving myself mystery as a strength now, because I'm like starting to feel like, oh wait, I can do magic stuff.
Nice. The
Creepy.
connection to your mother and to the
Yeah, I
supernatural.
like being close to the artifact has like pumped it up. So
Yeah,
Bless
just
you.
reminded you of it. I love
yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Excellent.
What's the next advance after 15 fate? What number am I looking for?
It's everyone that has a little up mark on the
I
sheet.
can't. I just see
14,
the battle map right now.
15, 16, 17 is the next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still on the battle map, so I can't see the fancy business.
Oh, let me change that. You're on the battle map.
I can move them over. I'm a GM too, so I'll just.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Yay, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
17. Okay.
And for what it's worth, Thessakira is not dressed in any substantial armor, but she had that sort of shield, that triangular shaped shield bracer that was on her arm, and Marika cut it off earlier, and we see her like grab some of the rigging and like strap it back on and dive under the water after these harpies, maybe to swim away, maybe to get vengeance, to go after the harpies herself, to join you. We'll see. But
all right, cool.
Yeah, cool, excellent. You have them underwater. They are still dartingly fast, but not nearly so as they were in the air, and they can't retreat like they did. And they want to eviscerate all of you.
My God, same.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Samesies.
Wednesdays we eviscerate.
So let's jump into this battle here. And an
right.
interesting element of this battle will be the proximity to the Pillar of Storms. They
I'm about to get mysterious.
You should get mysterious. So there's a new kind of rule on the island. There's a new rule that we've added, which is that there are ways to raise and lower the strife that are not just the interludes. And we usually have like a trigger. I'm definitely thinking that if you free the harpy from the pillar, you reduce strife on the island. I don't know that I have an immediate idea of what would raise it, but
We free her from pillar?
yeah, just saying. I mean, she is trapped inside it, but yeah, never mind. All right, I was wondering if there's anything that would trigger here strife going up or down, but I don't think so.
All right.
So cool. Let's do this battle thing. Let me pull up the battle sheet.
Fight.
Fight. All right.
I have no resources. Let's fight.
Yeah, right. This is how you did last time.
I know. It's at least this time. So for people who didn't watch the first Harpy battle where they had their special power, it was real nasty.
We did not do well.
We did not do super well. They have a very powerful special ability, which is kind of the reason why we were like, come down below. Let's fight down here to negate that situation because it was real bad.
Yeah. Yep. The other thing is that the island has been depleted. I have 2 divine favor left on the island.
True, but the Harpies have theirs back.
The Harpies have theirs back. So my resources as the Strife player are depleted, but we'll see. Yeah. Hey, Josh. Yes, the Harpies are terrible. Last time they impaled Hogne. They dashed Marika against the rocks. They did all sorts of horrible things. So, and now we're fighting them underwater. What could go wrong?
Yeah, no problem. It's fine.
Fight Harpies anywhere.
It seems like the
Fight
ideal
them
place.
on their turf. Fight them on water.
Motherfuckers on site means on site. Period.
And right. Just to add a little bit to the scenery here, because we're underwater, there's also just a ton of detritus that's sinking from the ship. So there's various bits of rigging from the ship. One of the masts has completely collapsed in the water, so the boom is like pointed down, and there's bits of sail. There's like various things to grab onto and to swim around and whatnot down here as well. It's a busy underwater.
Yeah, there's probably this is going to be a good future pirate shipwreck for somebody to pillage. There's like Thessakyra's like treasure chests that are sinking down to the bottom.
Yes. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, somebody will want to come after this. And the water, this is the Aegean. I think the water here is pretty clear. Your visibility is not perfect. It doesn't it gets cloudy after maybe like 80 feet or something like that, but like you can see quite a ways.
Yeah, it's cool movie scene clear.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, shafts of light coming through and everything's
right.
Everything's pretty.
All right. What actions does everyone want to take?
I have a question. I think Hogne wants to go straight for the pillar.
Yeah.
Which in this context feels like a maneuver. Partially because I don't think it's the other ones necessarily.
I think if this conflict, if the goal of this battle was like a chase, then I would say, oh, that's an attack. You're going after the thing.
Right.
But yes, the goal of this battle is murder.
Right.
So yes, I agree. Going after that is likely to distract them and not have them know, well,
I want to pull them further into the water with us.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
And that also means we haven't talked about this maybe we did last time, I forget, but attack actions will be blood and valor because we're fighting to the death here. But maneuvers and defense can be other domains. You can do other stuff. But if you're attacking, then you're going to use.
You're always doing blood and valor. I think in this case it's still blood and valor because it's a physical action.
Yeah. It
probably is, but depending on the way you described it, it might be craft and reason in terms of like tricking them. But yes, that's a good point. This is definitely a battle of blood and valor, and anything else. And so maneuver is the best place to do anything that's kind of on the fringes of that as well.
Right.
I'm gonna go attack.
Cool.
Not bold, I don't think. I've decided not to burn quite so hard as I was before. So
that map changed everything.
I know.
Like, but stars though.
Stars. Exactly.
Stars.
Yeah. You'll get to see what I'm just talking about at the end. We care about home a little more now. All of a sudden,
suddenly there's a pretty map and everybody wants to go home. Burning through this much fate on one island is super reckless. It's a one shot more or less, but still like not smart. So normal attack. Normal attack. Yeah. Oh yeah. We've renamed attack action and bold action to attack and heatless attack because all of the things are actions. Saying that's a maneuver action. Oh wait, action is a special word. Action can't be a special word. It's just it's used too much. So, Karen, what would you do with Marika?
I think just action.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I literally already forgot what word you just said. Heedless.
Heedless attack.
Yeah, attack and heedless attack.
Yeah.
I was like, activity? And I was like, no, that's not what.
Let's do an activity.
Let's do it.
Heedlessly, let us pursue this.
This is crafts and reason activity.
Let's make cookies.
It involves paper mache.
Yo, this cookie is bomb. You don't understand.
All right. Okay, Agne.
Sorry.
It doesn't. It seems to you like. It seems to you like the harpies have a similar idea in mind, and so one of them is as soon as they see you go, they're immediately trying to beat you, and maybe they've outmaneuvered you by going faster, and maybe and how harpies swim is a very good question, but we just imagine them doing great breaststrokes with their wings. I'm not sure.
You can go to YouTube, look up birds swimming underwater. It's a whole thing.
It's a thing.
It's sort of like dolphin, kind of usually.
Yeah. Spreading their wings out would not help.
That would be
right.
That's
bad. Yes, that's pretty bad. So let's not do that. That's not it. That was what you might think they would do if you didn't know about birds swimming.
You didn't,
but since
watch
you do,
YouTube videos of.
But
since we all live on the internet, we know.
Instead, we see them. We see them dolphining.
They probably like do that and then open their wings and claw at the last second. They like stop in the water and rake you with their talons. I think
that's possible. So let's I have to roll for them. I was like, let's do the thing, but I have to do the thing. So I'm going to roll the strife. The D6 plus the strife die plus their name die plus their blood and valor. And let's see, does daring or precision apply here? Yes, I'm at bringing in their precision. You see them. You see the one that is going for it. She is sort of unerringly, she's pointed directly at it like a lodestone pulled towards a magnet. And as she starts getting closer, you see light coming from it and shining on her. And it seems like it seems to be getting brighter the closer she is getting to it. Like she is like locked into this pillar. All right, so I'm rolling name, blood and valor, and precision. I got a 7.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
That's gonna be
Pretty good, but not exploding.
Okay. Hogne. So remind me, if I roll multiple hubris things, I get multiple fate?
Just one.
Just one? Okay.
If you're going to, and you don't get fate, you get pathos. So if you
But I'm at agony, so I get a point.
well, then yeah.
So in that case, yeah, you get fate.
You might want to just spend a fate now to clear all your hubris, if that's going to be the case. If you're going to get fate for rolling it anyway, you might as well.
That's true. I will do that because I have I'm really hubris right now. Very I'm feeling myself, and I need
you're very full of yourself. You just caught Thessakira, the Pirate Queen.
Yeah,
I got off easy last time. I don't think I won any contests, so I'm hubris. It's fine.
Okay. Took the point of fate. No more hubris. That being said, Hagne is going to. So she dives. I took a spear from somewhere last time we played.
Yeah,
if I recall correctly.
One of the pirates, I think.
Yeah. And I like execute this perfect dive into the water and just like as if I had become one of my own arrows, fly straight and true down to the bottom of the ocean. And we kind of like zoom in on her eyes narrowing as she races this harpy. So I'm rolling my name at a D6. I'm rolling blood and valor at a D8. And I'm going to roll precision as well at a D8.
Cool. Any oaths you want to call on or divine favor you want to spend? Nope. Okay.
No, just 5.
All right. She pulls ahead of you. She moves as though she moves as though a great weight is pulling towards her, and you see as you get closer, it appears as though the stone pillar looks more lifelike than when you saw it above. As she's getting closer to it, you see the details of the harpy's face in ways that you hadn't before. You notice the individual scales, and there's a glow that seems to be coming out of it, which concerns you somewhat. Cool. So she's won the maneuver, and she will aid her sisters in fighting Adrastos and Marika. Let's find out how that goes. She has some advantage. I should roll the thing. So they try to catch you in their claws, grab you. Marika, I think they just the harpy that's fighting you tries to. Are you wearing any armor right now? I don't know if you would have taken it off to dive into the water or not. Karen, is Marika wearing any water right now? Armor right now?
At this point, probably not.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so she exposed. She just tries to rend you with her horrible claws. Adrastos, I think because you got tangled up before, this was actually trying to like wrap you up in the rigging. We'll see if she can choke old Adrastos or not. Let's find out how they do.
Cool.
So I'm gonna roll their name, their blood and valor, and I don't think cunning or daring applies here. So all right, I got a 6.
Karen, go ahead. I'll go after.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the thing.
No worries.
Every time I click to another page, it like reloads it. All right.
You have your swords?
I have my swords. Gonna do some swording. This is blood and valor.
Yeah. It's pretty much all about the blood in the valley right now.
And you said if I just take another fate, I can clear my hubris.
Yes. You mark one fate, you clear all your hubris.
Do I want to do that, or do I want to? Sorry, I'm
If
trying
you're
to think.
no worries.
So
If you're
I'm
gonna
in
take,
agony,
yeah,
and fate is a good thing to have in general.
Until you
I
die.
mean, until you're done, yeah.
Until you're done, but like,
In this very moment, absolutely. How much fate do you have right now?
um, 10.
10. All right. Yeah. When you get to 12, you're gonna advance another. You're gonna advance another stat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hey, that's good.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take one to clear it, just so I'm not ringing that bell too many times.
Sounds good.
And I'll roll my daring.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Damn it.
You got
wait.
it.
Yay!
Yeah,
That's a
the-
tie, and you can
that's-
open in that if you want to.
yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
But you might not need to, depending on
Yeah,
what.
you could wait to see what Adrastos does. Decide if you want to open it.
Well, I've all of my divine favor is marked out here.
Oh, are you spent?
I guess so.
Yeah, I think you and Hogne both just dominated last time. I have a little bit of divine
Yeah. I don't remember how that happened, but there it is. So
There it is.
All
all
right.
right, so I'm gonna stand with 6.
All
All
right.
right. Six it is.
So I get tangled up and dragged underwater further. This harpy is like clawing at me and entangling me, so I'll drown.
Yeah.
And I kind of go with it and sink to the bottom. And again, like I'm playing on the blood magic theme here. There's like a blood trail in the water from the harpy attacking me, and Adrastos is like, his eyes are rolling back, and these like last bubbles are coming out of his mouth, and the blood trail like goes and touches the pillar in the water. It's like a close up of like bing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we can see it because the light that's coming from the pillar right now is
right.
The heartbeat is closer to it. Yeah.
And so he like arches his back underwater and yells something. That's all his water air bubbles come out, and he clenches his fist like ah. And the pillar, the magic of the pillar reaches out to pull this harpy into it, to like add another one to the pillar, because it's got one. Why not have another one? So I'm like unleashing its power, like grabbing the harpy. So I'm rolling my name, blood, and valor, and I'm throwing in my mystery, strength, and I'm spending divine favor to roll my agony die as well, which is a d12.
Nice.
And roll 20 is thinking about it. I also got a 6.
Nice.
3-way tie.
So, Karen, if you wanted to win this, you could trade in an oath for someone for a divine favor, and then when you explode the 6, you'd automatically win. Or you could roll a tiebreaker.
I have divine favor left. If you have an oath with me, you could.
Yeah.
I do. I do have an oath.
There you go.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Nice.
Then you would explode that 6, but it's moot because even if you get a 1, you still win.
Yeah, you automatically win. So
I lost a contest. That means I would mark Pathos, except I'm at agony.
Yes.
So I mark Fate, which puts me at 17, which means I take an advancement. Sorry, go on with whatever else.
Yes.
I had like a eureka moment.
Yeah.
So I get 6 glory from that.
You get 6 glory from that.
Sweet.
Yeah. So first blood is struck. What's it look like? Are you fighting? I mean, are you fighting with just one sword? Are you fighting with 2 still? Is your under?
Just fighting with both. Honestly, you want to have equal sized flippers on either side. So
right. Cool.
Helping to keep her buoyant, really.
Very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is quite important.
Yeah. I'm right. Let me remember. And this was not a heedless attack, so we're just marking 1 pathos.
Mm-hmm.
Their arrows swift. Normally, they would dart away from your blade with their incredible speed, but underwater they cannot. And we see the camera above just sees a plume of blood as you do the thing that swords do, and the harpy shrieks, and now these air bubbles erupt as well.
Nice.
You cut into one of her legs that was clawing at you. It is grievous indeed. Oh well, I supposed to roll that advantage on it. I didn't. That's my bad.
That's right.
Fantastic.
They won one.
They won one. It's all good.
Oh well.
Yeah. Awesome. So we keep moving further down, and Hugne, I think you are now within. You're now within. You feel the pressure on your lungs as you're diving very quickly. Your ears are popping. Bubbles from people's people's breaths exhaling are rising to the surface quickly, and it's now within reach of you, Hagne. The pillar is very close. You see there's this rock outcropping on, and the pillars just sort of become lodged in this big rocks, and you can see either direction. The sea continues. I'm not sure how deep the Aegean is. I don't think it's that deep, but it's deeper than would be comfortable to dive to the bottom of. But yeah, you see it's landed on this rock outcropping, and there's all this coral around it, and several schools of fish that are swimming in the area. But they're giving a clear berth for this glowing pillar. Do you heroes want to continue this fight? The harpies seem intent on doing so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
Actually.
What's that? Yeah.
I said,
no,
yeah,
we'll go into another exchange. Yeah.
Yeah.
As the breaks go, in between each one, they screech at you, but again, it's just using more of their breath. What actions does everyone want to take?
I have several thoughts. So there's a harpy in front of me.
Yes.
And I could race her for this pillar.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she has the lead right now, but
or
that can change.
She's so intent upon her target, I could stab that heifer in the back.
Yes.
I might do that.
You might go for the stabbing.
Yeah, it's like you thought we were racing, but no, I still actually just want to kill you.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna call that a bold action.
Cool.
Oh,
because we're in the bottom of the ocean.
Yep.
And the smarter thing to do would be to get in, get the pillar, get out. But no, her final hour on her final breath, harpies must die.
Yep.
Nice.
Harpies must go. Awesome. Then I think let's see. Someone else might be maneuvering, so I'm not going to make a statement of this yet.
I think we're all
you?
attacking.
You're all attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, it's all attack all the time.
All right. So Hagne, since you're not trying to chase her, she makes it to the pillar and reaches out with her claws and grabs hold of the tops of the pillar, and you see like the light. The pillar, it just becomes incredibly. The glow is growing, and it seems as though it may be dissolving, and the other the stone may be dissolving, but
our pillar.
Yeah, your pillar. there may be no pillar.
We were by some chance to let the pillar dissolve in the middle of this fight. Would that lower their strike die?
I mean, if you let the harpies free their sister from the sorcerer's spell that trapped them in the pillar.
Wait, weren't we supposed to put it in the ocean? What's it doing dissolving?
That's what Zeus wanted. It's only doing that because the harpies got it.
Follow-up question. If I choose defend as my action instead, can I block that dissolving as my defense action?
You absolutely can, and I'm foreshadowing what's happening. It's clear that they all like she's starting this process. You can stop her from doing it, absolutely, but it's the result of this battle, not the result of this roll, whether or not she frees her sister.
Oh, so that's not at stake.
Started?
What's that?
Would you say the clock has been started?
The clock has been started. Yes, I'm
Okay.
putting the clock on the board right now.
Okay, then I'll just attack.
We all understand this terminology.
Yeah. Yeah. I see what you're saying, though. I mean that's totally fair.
Yeah, I mean they're
away from
it. If harpies have a magic ability to do a thing, you know, that might be at stake. But if it's not at stake, then I'll just fight.
Cool. All right, let's all fight. They all I think with the exception of the one that Hagne is not paying attention to. They're lashing out as they can. Seems like in like with movie cinema like reality, everybody's always like just about to be out of breath, but never quite runs out. Like the amount that you can just keep breathing. It's like off camera, you've got a rebreather waiting for you. Yeah, so let's roll.
We're all like Hollywood weirdo Tom Cruises who like actually learned how to hold our breath for 6 minutes because we're insane, and that's just what we do.
Pretty much.
Cool.
All right. So since we're all attacking, this is a single roll, and the harpies are coming at you with someday I'll get a result. Roll 20. 7.
And a 6 on a d6.
I see a 6 that it can be exploded. Let's do that.
Let me guess.
I mean, they've got it. All right. Okay. Well,
9.
8 glory is at stake.
All right.
And I'm going to mark one of their divine favors being spent. Come on, heroes.
I'll go real quick because mine's real easy. It's the same dice pool, and it's the same. Like I'm doubling down. I'm trying to. They're trying to dissolve the pillar, and I'm trying to entrap them with it. So
yeah.
I did win technically last time, so I think maybe like the one that was all on top of me, entangling me and stuff during that whole struggle, her wingtip or something is starting to turn to stone or something, like, you know, there's like something's happening.
Yes, I think that's
since I won the roll last time. So I'm gonna like concentrate even harder and like grab the harpy by the wing and the neck or whatever while we're wrestling. And trying to twist around the water and physically like push the harpy into the pillar to like make it trap her.
There's a chain. The anchor fell. So there's a chain that you can like grab onto and like actually pull your way down.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
And I think there's at least one like wing elbow that gets slammed right in your gut as, you know, you've oof out a bunch of air as you're trying to push her down. But let's see if that knocks you free or if you are able to.
Go magic. Oh no. Only a 7.
It's because I exploded that.
I know. I can't open into anything either.
Yep. All right. Yeah.
I'm new at magic. It's not my best thing.
I only have mono blue.
Time for the control deck. All right. Let's see if someone can beat that.
I can try.
Yeah. All right. So Justice will suffer pathos, which I think means fate for you.
Yeah, that's fate for me.
Yeah. It looks like Justice is going to drown, right? He has that look of like he's run out of air, and does he have anything left in him? As you take that horrible blow to the gut.
Oh man. Guess I gotta Uh, fight
What's up?
harpies, save Adrastos. I don't know.
We're already attacking. We can defend later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is
it's
true.
fine. Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead.
I mean, if
Uh,
your fight is you swim after the one, because you already cut the one. You know, she's bleeding from her clawed leg. If your attack action right now is like I swim after the one that's on Erastos and stab it, that's a totally cool attack. Go for it. That's
yeah, I'm gonna do
you
that.
could keep the attack action and still be saving Erastos' thirsty ass.
I can do both. I can do
We
both.
thought you wanted
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after the one that's on Adrastos.
I'm thirsty for
Yeah.
oxygen now, mainly. That's like
Yeah, right.
my new
Not
thing.
how
Not-
any of this works.
Not for water. And just to throw out there, if you have oaths you want to bring in, you can.
I do
you can
not.
bring those in. Okay. And if you have great deeds or trophies that you have not used, you can call on those as well.
Oh, no, not yet.
Okay.
Just gonna see how this goes.
Sounds good.
Nope. Sorry.
No.
Oh,
No.
No.
I think
No.
What a roll.
Hogday rests on you. The harpies have your fellow heroes tangled up. Things look bad for them. They're struggling underwater.
Karen, do you have ferocity? Did you take that as a strength?
No, I don't.
I
Okay.
have it.
Oh, right.
Um,
Okay. I thought.
And I
maybe-
actually just bumped it up to a D10 with my.
Oh shit.
Wait,
Okay.
which one is ferocity? Oh, there it is. Yeah, no, I don't have that one. I should, but I haven't leveled to get it.
Yeah.
So Hogne dove into the water to get the pillar, but seeing this harpy beat her at swimming somehow. And
Yeah.
also seeing that there is a harpy right in front of her, her bloodthirstiness gets the better of her.
Yeah.
And I am going to attempt to stab her in the back with my spear. I will be using my name at a D6, Blood and Valor at a D8, and my newly advanced Ferocity at a D10.
Nice.
Nice.
Fingers crossed, or I guess we all drown. It's fine.
Oh,
We all drown. I have no fear.
Do you have?
I have one left.
Is one enough to
Yeah.
explode?
Do you have an oath
Yeah.
with me?
I do. I have one oath with you.
Spend it.
Can use my
So
last
I
one
will-
if you want. I mean,
will
you're
take
doing
that.
2 damage potentially.
You're
So
doing two. Exactly. You're the one.
this
that
is
we
worth
want
more.
to win.
I will take that favor. Nope.
Oh no!
Nope.
Oh no! The only number.
We dove too deep, team.
The only number that could fail.
There's ways to re-roll that, but they all take divine favor.
Yeah, we are all out of everything.
We are all
We're
completely
all-
out now.
You're all totally spent.
Does
Wait,
Sakura
what
have
is
divine
that?
favor?
What
What's
is
that?
the demigod dot?
It gives
Oh.
you-
Well, yes, this is an important question. Say that again, Naja.
No,
Sorry, what? Who's talking? What's going on?
I don't know.
You-
We both asked questions.
Yeah.
Yes. So to Karen's question, you have, because you're a demigod, you have a total of 10 divine favor.
Oh, damn it.
Right. You have all 10 of those dots. If you're
I do
immortal,
have
you only get the
favor.
first 7.
Okay.
So it sounds like maybe you have 3 more.
I have 2 more.
How could you have 2 more? Did
Because I
you
have
use-
one filled in, but I couldn't remember what it meant.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you have 2 more. Cool.
Yeah.
And then I want to know if Thessakira has divine favor.
Does Thessakira have divine favor? Yes, she does. Yes, Thessakira does have divine favor.
Good to know for the future. It's not going to help me now.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Won't help you now, but yeah, good to know.
Right.
We can totally call on hers.
You can
'Cause
totally
we have
call.
oaths.
You can spend your oath
You do
and
have it.
call on hers. Yeah, yep. Most NPCs don't, but this Kyra does.
Hmm.
I was like, she's a badass. What did the gods think of her?
Yeah.
They don't like me right now.
Thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Oh yeah, it looks bad. I think as you you lunge with your spear at sort of the last moment, she lets go with one and catches the spear with her claw and snaps the shaft. And you now have a stick. Yeah, and just because pathos is not always injury, but you look in dismay as the one weapon that you thought would pierce their scales has just been shattered. And with that, we have a break in the story, and also let's take a break in because it's been about that time. So thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Is that
Yeah, we'll just hang out underwater with the harpies, you know.
It's cool. That was fine.
Yep.
Smoke a cig, hang out, chill,
like you do.
and we'll come back to it.
Yep. All right. As soon as I can do this thing, maybe we'll just keep streaming indefinitely because Sean can't click the damn button.
Believe in you.
My machine's going incredibly slow right now, and so it's one of those things where you click once, then you're like, did it get it? And then you click again, it's like, oh yeah, I got it. And then you clicked again, so now I'm back. Here we go. See you all soon.